My problem now is I have a lot of information, but most of my information is from Shiite sources. So I constantly have to go over every detail of my Islam now. Everything that I knew, I don't know now if it's right or wrong. I have to constantly correct it and make sure that what I'm thinking is proper and is not some Shiite stuff still in me, you know. And when I ask questions, you know, I ask such in-depth questions because I know what's already in my mind from Shiite stuff that I'm trying to remove that and replace it. But, you know, when you're in a chat room and people want to chat and you're trying to ask a question and I need to know every tiny detail of it, you know, sometimes they get mad at me. When I go to one of the classes, the brother always tells me to shut up. Quit asking him questions. So, subhanAllah. Now all y'all know me. I'll just start PMing everybody with a bunch of questions, and y'all can help me, inshallah. So, what was the turning point? The turning point for me, I left Shiite 4 years after I was into it, and that was because I found too many things. I did not believe in the occultation, that Imam Mehdi was living in a cave somewhere. I did not believe in temporary marriage. I did not believe in what else was it that I didn't believe in? Oh, the 12 Imam things, you know, praying to them. You know, like doing nither to them, asking them, oh, my son's blind, and if I pay you $10, can you help heal my son? Ask Allah to heal my son for me. This is exactly what they do. Yeah, I used to slap myself. I used to slap myself the first year. Oh, my God. You want to hear some freaky things that happened, some weird stuff? One year, it was during Ashura, right? And I was working in the masjid. And the sheikh told me the sisters were coming in, and they were going to be doing something. They were Iraqis. I was mainly around. I was in the Lebanese and Iraqi community, but I deal really well with Iraqi people. Me and Iraqi people, we're very much alike. So he tells me, okay, no brothers can come in. This is only for the sisters. I'm like, okay, and he's going to be in the office with the door closed. He won't come out unless I knock on the door, because I was his secretary, to let him know that he could come out. I said, okay. So I went out, sat outside with the women, right? The original Shia breed. Okay, now this was supposed to be like a karaya. A karaya is something that Shiite women do where you go and you sit and cry and remember Imam Hussein and what happened to him and how he got murdered and this type of stuff, okay? And you do this, they'll do this once a week, okay? So this was during Shura, though, and they decided they were going to do it. I had never been to one. I had heard about them, but I had never been to one. Okay? So, oh yeah, let me tell you about this guy's picture with the bleeding head. I'll tell you about that stuff too. That's really scary. So, I'm sitting there and the women come in, and the women, these are women that I know, okay? These are not uneducated women, because some of the Iraqi people that I was around did not speak English, and I used to teach them English in the masjid, okay? So a lot of them came from villages, could not read or write. The men could not read or write. Of course, the women could not read or write. You know, but these women were women that had PhDs, doctors, lawyers. I mean, these were educated women. These were not women who didn't know nothing. You know what I mean? Subhanallah. 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 Sorry. Astaghfirullah. So, Muslim, you made me forget now. I'm not reading that out loud. Subhanallah. Okay, now you made me forget what I was saying. Oh my God. Oh yeah, they had PhDs, they were doctors, they were lawyers. They were very educated women, right? So these women get in a circle, okay? Now they're standing in this circle and they start like chanting, singing something. It's all in Arabic, so I really don't know what they were saying, but I knew it was about Imam Hussein and about Karbala, because that's all it's ever about. It's always Karbala. Karbala, every day is Karbala, okay? So, this is what they say, okay? So, they're start chanting, and the women start moving around in the circle, right? Circle, circle, circle. Now the women don't have hijab on at this point. They've taken off their hijab. And now, like, these women got really long hair, right? And these women start swinging their heads, and their hair is swinging. Like if you were to bend over like you were going to pray and then stand back up and whip your head around, okay? I'm not joking, okay? These are women I know personally. These are not strange women. These are women I've seen every day living a normal life. All of a sudden, I see this, right? So they're singing this song. I don't know what it is. They're chanting whatever, okay? They're swinging their hair. One of the women gets into the middle of the circle, okay? And it's getting louder and louder and more intense, and they're swinging their heads more. And the woman in the middle of the circle drops down to the ground and jumps up and slaps herself in the face with both hands as hard as she could. I mean, if her husband was ever to slap her like that, she would call the police in a heartbeat. But she did this to herself, okay? And I'm looking at them like, what in the world are they doing? The next one, after she slaps herself in the face and almost knocks herself out, she gets into the outside circle, and a new woman comes inside the circle. She does the same thing, but yet she's trying to hit herself harder in the face than the previous woman. By this time, I am so scared that I ran into the sheikh's office and started yelling at him, what are they doing? This is haram. And you're letting them do this in the masjid. What's wrong with you? Yeah, I'm not waiting for my turn. I was never going to do that, right? So he's like, calm down, sister. I was mad. I was so mad. I'm like, this is haram. What are you doing? So he's like, calm down, sister. Calm down. It's okay. I'm like, no, it's not. This is haram. He's like, well, it's okay. It's nothing. It's just, part of their culture. It's okay. I was so mad. I left. I told him, I will not step back in this masjid until them women leave here. This is haram. I'm not going to be part of this. I've seen so many weird things they do. I had one of the brothers tell me that when Imam Mehdi comes, he's not going to have any bones. I'm like, what do you mean he's not going to have any bones? How can he walk if he doesn't have bones? And this brother was serious. I had to take the brother to the sheikh and ask the sheikh, is this true? Imam Mehdi will not have any bones? The sheikh started laughing. He was laughing. He's like, how is he going to stand up if he don't have any bones? I said, I don't know, but you need to tell him, because he truly believes this guy's going to have no bones. And, I mean, they don't even know amongst them own self. The other thing that they have that's really strange, they have a book called Fatima, okay? The Iraqis have it. Lebanese don't have this. And I don't think Iranians have this, but Iraqis have this. It's called the Fatima book, okay? And they believe that when Fatima gave because remember, they don't really think Aisha did much. They thought she was horrible. Fatima does everything to them, right? So when Fatima gave, this is haram and it's wrong because this isn't true, but this is their story, that when they came to collect all the books for the Quran to put them into, Quran form, that Fatima kept some of the surahs and hid them. And they believe that, now this makes no sense, okay? Now, the mainstream Iraqis that are Shi'i, mainstream Lebanese that are Shi'i, they will all tell you the Quran has not been changed. There's 114 chapters. There's not a single dot, not a single ayat, not a single nothing has been changed, okay? But then the Shiite Iraqis will say, but they have these extra books from Fatima. But it doesn't counteract that the Quran is complete, which makes no sense whatsoever. And I never actually saw the book. I just heard about the book. So I really can't say exactly what was in it or what was supposed to be in it. But the Iraqis, they have it. What they're doing with it, I don't know. Did you meet someone Sunni by the time. No. Let's see. Who do I know that's Sunni? I don't. The only people I know that are Sunni are here on paltalk. I don't know anybody in real life.